The primary energy force is love. One could even argue or state that fear itself is love where there is lack, a lack of that so-called energy. And that similarly even hatred is where there is a constriction or a removal away from or of, again, that energy of love. And so underneath everything, within all atoms, or molecules, or particles, is love. Love, as we also know, it is creation. And we also know that all energy is dynamic. And when we recall that all energy is dynamic, then we know that it is not static. And this also means that there will be change. There will be shifts, and there will be a difference to what we've experienced before. And the reason I speak of this is because right now, for many of us, our heart chakras have been enlarged, is how I'd like to say. Enlarged and yet at the same time refined. And we are rediscovering our self-love on this on a much larger scale. And so where we may have just felt like, oh yeah, it's okay, I just need to tell myself that I love myself, or acknowledge that I love myself, or be there for myself when I'm not feeling too good, we are superseding this. We're going to the next level. And I keep saying the next level, and I don't really like to always say it like that because it feels like even that is limited. But I can at least tell you that we are expanding. And the love, even the love that one has of self, this dynamic energy, is shifting. And it really, really does want to stretch and discover itself for what it can be, if I was to personify it. So be aware that right now it really is a time that you can pinpoint and focus your attention on your self-love, but in a way that I was talking not too long ago about, rather than using the zoom, that little zoom lens, of picking up a macro lens. And one of the best ways we can do this is, I want you to imagine, even right now, one situation in life that you have been finding particularly challenging of late. It may be in a primary relationship. It might be with a child or a parent. It could be with a best friend. It could be with a workmate, colleague, a supervisor. I want you to think of the situation, particularly one with another human being, that involves another human being that seems to be causing you the most stress, tension, aggravation, frustration, anything. Now, I want you just to not go into too much detail, but I want you just to feel some of the feelings that you feel around the dynamic of this relationship that is between you and this other person. So just for a moment, allow yourself to drop into those feelings. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to take in a very deep breath with me, breathing in and out. What we're going to do now, we are going to go to what I call outer space. This is beyond the galaxies. This is beyond planet Earth. This is into, we can call it the void, we can call it the nothingness, we can call it the eternal place, however you choose. I want you to breathe in and out. What we're going to do is we are going to zoom ourselves out as if all of a sudden we are so far away from this particular situation or this dynamic that we really can see from afar in a very, very objective manner what is actually happening energetically. So come with me now. Get yourself comfortable. Take another breath in, and as we do, allow yourself to leave this body, so to speak, or this 3D, what I call reality awareness. I want you to take your consciousness with me up and into the expanse. Are you ready? Let's do this. Here we go. Breathing in. As you do, feeling your consciousness rise. Breathing out, breathing in again. Consciousness is rising and it is hitting the tip of where the sky meets the galaxies. Breathing in again. Consciousness is soaring and flying through the galaxies. And breathing in again. Consciousness now is hitting a place of no limits, no limitations. And in this space you will feel lighter. Your body will feel calm. It'll feel warm. It'll feel safe. But all of a sudden it feels more expansive. Your whole being feels its true expansion. From this space, I want you now to use the macro lens, which means the Earth may seem quite small and you may almost seem like almost an invisible ant on the surface. But I want you to allow yourself to view you, the other person involved in this situation, from this space. What is it that you are now seeing? Take a moment to describe to yourself what you are seeing. I now want you to take yourself to another level. I want you just to go into your emotional being. I want you to feel the emotions that are occurring. Now be aware that not only will you feel your own, you're going to pick up and feel the emotions of the other person. You may feel temperatures. You may even find yourself sensing where they are actually stuck, where there may be a block of energy, where there may be a shrinking away from truth or expansion. Similarly, you may notice that this is mirroring a similar place or space of constriction or an energy block of your own. Take a moment to really observe yourself in this other person, to feel into this. Now from this vast, unlimited space where we're able to perceive things on a whole other level, I want you now to open yourself up to receiving the insights into this situation. And the source energy, the universal intelligence, is always ready and willing to deliver these insights. So allow yourself to drop in to the space of complete receptiveness. You don't need to use your mind. You will literally receive the downloads. Be very open to this. No need to analyze. And even if the downloads have completely surprised you or turned your version of what is happening on its head, stay in this space. Stay in this trust and allow this openness to infiltrate every atom and molecule of your being. I want you to breathe in and out as you digest the download that you've received on this. I want you to allow your emotional being to soften as it also integrates these insights, as it also comes back from a space of pure love and complete compassion. You're doing well. Now I want you to gently place your hand over your heart. You can place both if you like. And I want you to reassure yourself now that you are ready to expand and grow from this dynamic in this situation. That you place confidence in yourself, knowing that all energy is dynamic and shifts, knowing that all parts of you are energy itself, and that they can shift and they can flex and they can grow and they can move to understand situations on a whole other level and to integrate this wisdom. Now I want you to place your hands on your thighs or hold them together. You can do it in prayer mode, or you can hold them as you wish, like this, in your lap. They will help ground you as well. Now as we drop back in to what I call the 3D reality. So breathing in, and we will do this just in one breath. We will drop back down into our being. Are you ready? Here we go. Breathing in. Down and out, right down, allowing ourselves to fall right down back into 3D consciousness. Only it's not just 3D consciousness. You have the added 5D wisdom within you, within every cell of your being. I'm not just talking about your heart or your brain. Within every cell of your being you have this all ever-present and wise knowingness. This is yours. And now I want you to allow yourself to take a few moments to allow yourself to visualize, maybe even choose to hear what words you might say or how you may feel even in a given situation, but to allow this reality to sink in and how you may now interact with the person that we've been focused on within the dynamic that you're experiencing. And if you feel love and you feel compassion and you feel forgiveness and you feel understanding, you feel even sadness for this person, allow yourself to feel all of these things. Allow yourself to connect with your heart, the wisdom and the truth of your heart, to know how you will step forward and with this person move through what were beforehand any kinds of blocks or barriers. They are dissipating right now without even talking to this person or seeing them or interacting with them. They are already disintegrating, and there is space for this connection with this person to grow and expand on a whole other level. And knowing that you are mostly responsible for yourself, knowing that you will allow yourself to completely grow and move forward. This is 5D consciousness. This is bringing our, I'd like to call it the outer wisdom, but it isn't. It's within us already. But it is bringing what I would probably prefer to call our unlimited wisdom into our everyday lives. And you will notice you felt free. You felt good. You felt hopeful again. You realized that there was another way. And a way that was a win-win for everyone involved. So anytime you're facing an impasse or an interaction that has just ceased to shift or to change, and it's causing you any kind of pain or restriction, you can apply this exercise. You can do this. We are really coming into ourselves on a whole other level right now. The love in our hearts is overflowing. And I know you know this because sometimes you feel more emotional about certain things than you ever have before. And not just the things that you may witness that make you feel sad, but the level of happiness, which even witnessing a scene in a film all of a sudden may make you cry, whereas before it never would have. We are opening up on another level to the beauty of love, to the primary energy of love. And it is there for us to incorporate, to be, to bring into our lives, to come from as a space, as an attitude, as an approach, in every moment that we so choose. Thank you on behalf of all of humanity for undertaking this exercise. This is where we are going to evolve as a species. This is one of the ways that we are going to create the utopia that many of us have seen. It is on its way. Thank you.